The pyramids of Giza in Egypt are famous for being the most important archaeological monuments in and in the whole world. What makes scientists, researchers and explorers come from all over the world to study these monuments and help in the archaeological and scientific discoveries provided to us by these ancient historical monuments. We will learn in the following on everything that must be known about these effects. The most important pyramids and tourist attractions in Giza. The pyramids of Giza consist of the Great Pyramid, which is the Pyramid of Khufu, followed by several hundreds of meters in the southwest of the Pyramid of Khafra, which is slightly smaller than the main Pyramid Khufu, while the relatively modest Pyramid Menkaure it is also on the same track a few hundred meters away, but the Great Sphinx is located in the eastern part of the region. It is also rumored that the head of the Sphinx is a sculpted statue of the head of the Egyptian pharaoh Khafra. These are the main pyramids in the area that are not without some of the tombs and small pyramids of the wives of the pharaohs. 1. The Great Pyramid. The Pyramid of Pharaoh Khufu 2551 BC. This huge pyramid is the largest pyramid ever, is one of the most important achievements of the pharaoh's engineering, built over 20 years. Rumors differ about who built it. Some historians believe that the pharaoh Khufu forced slaves to build this pyramid in order to perpetuate it, while it is likely others have a theory of improvement from the image of the pharaoh Khufu, where they believe that during the period of the flooding of the Nile River in the past the lands were not suitable for cultivation. So the pharaoh Khufu provided clothes and food for the residents in exchange for their work on this pyramid for 3 months of the year. This pyramid was constructed in a precise geometrical manner, where the pyramid angles were directed to apply to the main compass points and a fixed length for the base ribs 230.4 meters. 138 meters, and 2,300 stone blocks were used in its construction with an average weight of 2.5 tons per block. To the second pyramids, the Pyramid of Pharaoh Khafra 2520 BC. The pharaoh Khafra is the son of the pharaoh Khufu, also known as the pharaoh Shirin. His pyramid was built on a site near the pyramid of his father, and it appears at first glance that it rises more than the pyramid of his father. But this is only an illusion resulting from the fact that this pyramid it was built on a land with a higher elevation than the height of the land on which the Pyramid of Khufu was built. This pyramid retains some of its original limestone casing at the top, and the pharaoh Khafra is the one who ordered the construction of the Sphinx that represents the sun god of the pharaohs. 3. The Pyramid of the Pharaoh Menkaure 2490 BC. The pharaoh Menkaure ibn Pharaoh Khufu built the third pyramid in the Giza cemetery with an original height of no more than 70 meters, which is less than half the height of the pyramid built by his grandfather Khufu. Its base of Aswan red granite relative to the Egyptian city of Aswan, which is famous for its top. Used bright white limestone in building it. For the Great Sphinx, the pharaoh Khafra, son of the pharaoh Khufu, built the statue of the Sphinx that represents Apollolh, or as it is known today as the sun god of the pharaohs. The head of the pharaoh Khufu was carved on the body of the statue to commemorate him, reaching the height of the Sphinx 73 meters long, and unfortunately, The conditions of the Sphinx deteriorated later over thousands of years, and despite attempts to renew it, the Sphinx lost its nose in 1798 when the soldiers of Napoleon Bonaparte practiced shooting. The aliens or superpowers did not build the pyramids. There are many theories that explained the construction of the pyramids. In the time of the pharaohs, priests harnessed the unnatural energies in the universe to build the pyramids. But thanks to modern science, researchers were able to refute all myths and explain the method of building the pyramids in detail in an article published on the scientific site Live Science in 2016-80, where this article clarified the importance of the Nile water in transporting stone blocks. And archaeological excavators discovered a lot of papyrus. Special paper was used in the time of the pharaohs explaining the amount of workers and food used to build the pyramids. Scientists confirmed that the ancient Egyptians used sleds that workers could push and pull, as sand was sanded in front of the sleds to facilitate their movement, and stones were raised by levers and stairs system, meaning that there are no supernatural or abnormal forces that contributed to building the pyramids that were built as a result of the strength and cooperation between the Egyptians, the ancients. Why were the pyramids built? The main objective of building the pyramids was to place the remains of the pharaoh in them, that is, as a special kind of graves, and was used as a storehouse of some manuscripts and papyrus papers in which the Egyptians recorded their science. But the pyramid was used in particular for their belief in life after death, and for their belief that death on earth is the beginning of the true journey of life. Second, they used it to protect the corpses of their pharaohs, so that after death they would rise to rule the world of the dead again. So about the graves of queens and sons. The importance of the spirits of the queens, wives, and sons of the pharaohs was not ignored. So many small dispersed pyramids for some tombs scattered near the three great pyramids were built on the east or in the western field of the region where the pyramids are located, with the guards assigned to protect these private royal tombs. There are many important wives and dynasties of the pharaohs were buried there. Among the most important of these tombs, the Junker West Cemetery, the Junzikar Eastern Cemetery, the Stindorf Cemetery. Pyramids workers, slaves of the pharaohs, or citizens get paid. There is a lot of controversy over the fact that the workers who built the pyramids were slaves to the pharaohs, but after discovering the small tombs around the pyramids, the researchers noted that some of these tombs were intended for workers in addition to distinguishing workers from the rest of the citizens, where special and distinct stone pieces were used from the rest of the tombstones in addition to the presence of evidence of burying pieces of food and drink near them to help them in the second life, which established the basis for the theory that these workers were paid wages for their work and were not merely helpless slaves. Astronomical puzzles related to the construction of the pyramids. The astronomical puzzles associated with the pyramids are one of the most important reasons that caused the great popularity of the pyramids. From the beginning, the pyramids were built to be precise angles to the four directions. The moon is around the earth. The three major pyramids are also located in the same order as the three largest stars in the Gemini belt. and the Sphinx was directed to face the Lion Tower during a certain period of the year. Secret rooms, tunnels and rooms have not yet opened despite the study of these pyramids for more than 2 decades, and despite all the scientific discoveries in this regard. We have not yet reached to decipher many of the symbols and puzzles related to these huge buildings. Where a snake was developed by scientists in British University of Leeds to photograph the rooms that modern humans have not yet reached. They found that there are many secret rooms, dark tunnels, and undiscovered hieroglyphic writings yet, and a small opening was discovered at the top of the Pharaoh Pyramid Menkaure, the aim of which was not known until recently, as it was found that it allowed sunlight to enter the pyramid one day of the year, coinciding with the day of birth of Pharaoh Menkaure. Strange facts about the pyramids. As we mentioned, the pyramids are one of the controversial buildings, especially in matters related to how they are built. Here is this quick information about the pyramids. The height of the Great Pyramid multiplied by 1 billion equals exactly the distance between the Earth and the Sun. Here is this quick information about the pyramids. The height of the Great Pyramid multiplied by 1 billion equals exactly the distance between the Earth and the Sun. The pyramids of Giza are the only survivors of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The Great Pyramid of Giza remained the largest man-made building for 3871 years. The number of workers involved in building the pyramids ranges between 20,000 and 100,000. The Kurdish ruler, Apollolh, has often been used to try to destroy the pyramid, but he failed to do so. Incorrect information about the pyramids. In addition to confirmed information, there are many rumors and mysteries about the pyramids that no statement was issued by the scientific community, confirming their authenticity and cannot be believed without the presence of scientific evidence on them. They are so far just rumors and nothing more, and as examples of them, pyramids restore the purity of polluted water when placed inside them for several days. Meat does not rot inside the pyramids. Pyramids help wounds heal faster. When laying the plant for several days inside any of these pyramids and extracting it later from it, this plant grows more quickly than it appears. Putting cigarettes inside the pyramid for several days loses nicotine. There are more than 100 pyramids in Egypt. Egypt has a large number of 112 discovered pyramids, but most of them have not been completed. And these pyramids are considered to be of little importance compared to the 3 pyramids of Egypt. Egypt's pyramids are distributed in many regions, so here is a group of pyramids high school for which we do not yet have enough information. But it is certainly important to know the name of these pyramids and who built them. The name of the pharaoh who ordered the construction of the pyramid. The name of the pyramid, Djoser, the pyramid of Djoser, Saqqat, the burial pyramid, Senfru, the pyramid of Matum, the pyramid of Senfru, the red pyramid, the Gdef, Rate, the pyramid, the Djidef, ships, the mastaba of the pharaoh of Usgaf, the pyramid of the Osorka, the pyramid of Saqqara, the pyramid of Nefer, the pyramid of Hanaz, the pyramid of Hanatiti, pyramid of Tibi, the first pyramid of the first baby, the second pyramid of the second baby, Amenhotep, the first pyramid of the appearance of Amenhotep II, the White Pyramid, Amenhotep III, the Black Pyramid, Amenhotep III Pyramid of Hawara, Senusert, the first pyramid of Senusert, the first pyramid, the Pyramid of Lahun, the first pyramid of Homos. If you love to travel, you should visit the pyramids in Egypt, because the truth is much more than video, because Egypt has a sweet need. Finally, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, work like you and activate the bell remotely. Many interesting videos. Thank you for listening.